When disaster strikes, most National Guardsmen leave their civilian jobs to serve the community at large. This was the case when Lieutenant Colonel Kahele, a C-17 pilot with the Hawaii Air National Guard, was called to duty for the COVID-19 response. The thing is, his civilian gig is serving as a state senator, representing Hawaii's District 1.
We're back here at the legislative session. The session abruptly had to adjourn in the early part of March when the COVID-19 pandemic really started affecting our state. And so this is an opportunity for us to come back almost 2 months from when that happened. The state, under the direction of General Hara and Haima, stood up a joint task force under the command of General Kauivi and brought in soldiers and airmen from all over the state to help with the COVID-19 pandemics. And so, this is just something that Guardsmen do. We're citizen soldiers, we're your friends, your family, your neighbors, your uncles, your aunties. And a unique role that we play is the ability to put on the uniform and serve our state in times of natural disaster. And this is a perfect opportunity and an example of what the National Guard can do and is doing right now. I volunteered. There was a request for volunteers that went out across the state of National Guardsmen that were willing and able and available to support. And I didn't hesitate to answer that call. So this is why I signed up, and this is why many, many Guardsmen across the state have signed up, is when our state needs us, we're there.
Planning military operations and legislating share complementary skill sets. Kahele has been guiding a portion of the Hawaii National Guard activities as a member of Hawaii's Joint Task Force and the state's overall response to the global pandemic as a state senator.
It's a unique role that I play where I wear two hats. I've been in the National Guard now for almost 20 years. I've been a state senator for almost 4 years. And so it's a unique opportunity for me to bring skill sets and different experiences that I've seen through my career to this job right now and to addressing the COVID-19 pandemic. Like many other Guardsmen across our country, I've had my fair share of time serving in operations Enduring Freedom and Iraqi Freedom, and deployed to the Middle East many times in very complex, challenging situations. And so I'm able to bring those experiences and skill sets.
Readiness is a mainstay in military life. The Hawaii National Guard trains and prepares to respond to a statewide natural disaster every year.
And that's part of what we train for, almost annually through our Makani Pahili exercises and different types of scenarios where we prepare for something like this, where the state of Hawaii is cut off from outside help, and we have to sustain the state and its people for at least a certain period of time before we can get outside help to come in. So that's where the supply chain is critical. That's where the distribution of food and supplies through our nonprofit agencies, through the private sector, is critical. And it's a coordinated effort, and the Guard brings our expertise in, our experiences in.
Hawaii has a tradition of Guardsmen serving their state in the legislature.
And so a role model that comes to my mind immediately is, of course, the late Lieutenant Colonel K. Mark Takai, who, of course, served here in this legislature, in the House of Representatives, went on to serve the state of Hawaii in the United States Congress, and also wore the uniform.
This is Tech Sergeant Andrew Lee Jackson reporting with Hawaii National Guard.